Hi, my name is Nathan, and today we're going to do a comic book review of Echolands, issue number 4, brought to you by RatedComics. Let's get to it. Now, I'm not in the comic book store today, but I'm going to go through with the review. We begin with the narration from Hope. I never believed in fate. In some unseen cosmic force guiding us from birth to death, it wasn't fate that dropped the wizard's gem into the palm of her hand. It was desperation, greed, and perhaps even cockiness. Which this is where the story begins in issue number 1, where she's just running away because she took a gem that could excavate their past, and Teros Demond sent his daughter to try to retrieve it from Hope. And it wasn't fate that brought all of them together or led them to this place. It was a sense of violation. It was envy and fear and rage. It was her. We start off with the destruction of the island where Romulus hid Hope and her crew. They're inside this capsule tube and the destruction begins and the island falls down. Hope is like, the wizard's daughter, she found us. We gotta get out of here before we're captured or crushed. They see on the control panel it's a shaped stone for a getaway. And Hope puts her hand to her chin thinking, well, the gem I stole. Mutter a prayer, guys, because this just might work. She puts the gem on that key panel and the capsule moves and she's like, whoa, I don't even know what we're doing, but anywhere this thing takes us must be better than here. And it turns out she is not wrong about that, because Romulus is on the island still dealing with the wizard's daughter. Romulus tells Torch Grinder, stay back, I'll handle the wizard's puppet myself. And he tells Teros Demond's daughter, who's nothing to be messed with, you might think you're Armageddon, my lady, but I am a blessed demigod. I am a son of Jupiter. My armor was forged by Hades himself, and I will not let you do this to me. So he lists all these credentials of the battles he's won, the trials he went through, and I have fought from the pits of Urkron to whatever, and he's just letting us know his vast collection of victories here. So he swings at her, and it doesn't even faze her. She's like, you are a fool yourself. I am the daughter of Teros Demond. He forged me. I am the unbreakable weapon. I am the enchantment that can never be dispelled. And she unleashes a little bit of her own firepower herself. And I am so much more than the myth, she adds. Now, Torch Grinder comes in to be a loyal servant and save his master Romulus from a beatdown, but she turns around and slices his hand off and slices his midsection off too. Tells the brother, I'll turn you into meat. Now you see, you cannot hope to survive me. Tell me where the girl and the crew are, or else I will turn this island into Armageddon. So speaking of Armageddon, Romulus is like, okay, we'll turn this island into Armageddon together. So he collapses the island, turns into dust, and we see the after effect of this dust mushroom effect under ocean that's just closely starting to encapsulate the capsule that they're escaping in. And then Rose is like, well, that's hundreds of people who just went into the sea like that. Let's hope the wizard's daughter is one of them. And Cora's like, right now I'm worried about this thing holding together, because this capsule's kind of sus. So Hope tries to play with the controls of this capsule, and looks like we're at the mercy of this capsule because she cannot control it, and it's just slowly traveling underwater, and we're seeing vast discoveries, vast layout, world building, all this kind of stuff. And they've never seen anything like that before. And Rosa, being a vampire and all, she's like, man, I'm just sick of being underwater. I could use a little sunshine, a little sun right now. This is stupid. Okay, that's funny. Castrum, on the other hand, he's trying to secure his one. He's like, man, I hope we get to the surface soon, because I cannot hold this together with my midsection. Hope tells me you have to hang on. I promise we're gonna get you proper aid. It's all good. And as they go into the mouth of this statue, Castrum's like, look, man, I'm starting to see the devil. We better hurry up. And speaking of seeing the devil, which we're gonna revisit that later, they go into the mouth of the wizard or whatnot. As they enter and they get a lay of the surrounding here, they think they finally stop, and there's this devil, mermaid, evil looking thing that just looks at him and slashes her powerful tail on the window, cracking the windshield. And even Castrum reminds them, look, I told you I saw a devil. So as the water starts gushing in, Hope tells her crew, nobody panic. When the water hits to the top, take a deep breath and swim for it. Follow the rail, we'll make it out alive. Cora's like, all right, we'll do that, but you gotta stay calm or else you'll drown and kill all of us. Because back in issue number 1, when she gets into a certain state of panic, she emits this energy blast to just incinerate this other guy. You can check out the playlist at the end of this review if this is your first time here. Hope loses it. The mermaid, evil mermaid, monster, evil mermaid, fantasy fish grabs a hold of her. She loses it and she panics, and in a state of panic she emits this energy blast. And not only this energy blast, it helps her escape, and it probably annihilates the mermaid, fish, fantasy, whatever. It also removes the limb of this girl Dina, part of her crew. And Rosa is upset about that when they swim up to shore and they get to land finally. Rosa's like, Hope, you have to answer to this. Cor has to have his girl's back. Like, you need to back off. You don't understand. And Hope's like, no, Cor, she's right. I do need to get a control of this. And Rosa's like, you know what we do to vampires? Can't control their thirst for human blood. We rip out their miserable hearts. We send them to Horror Hill. Cor is like, look, you threaten my girl one more time, the crabs will be eating out your eyes. Don't do that again. Dina, even despite her arm being blown off, she's like, hey guys, I hear something. So they follow the music into this path, and when they get to there, they recognize it's a blasphemy music that's singing. It's something that's known to them. And when they get there, it's this alien that we see, or alien wizard that we see at the end of the other issues, who just greets them, and he knows they're coming, but his dialogue is as if, I'm not surprised to see you guys. It's just, I didn't realize you guys will all be so wet when you get here, so I would have brought you a towel if I would have known you guys were coming. This triggers him to know, okay, so you were expecting us. How did you know you were expecting us? Did you know, but did Romulus tell you? No, Romulus didn't tell me you guys were coming. It was fate. They're like, we don't believe in fate. No, it was fate. And he holds up a little capsule that tells him it's fate. I spoke with her all the time. Through these, I have several premonitions and visions, and I saw that you guys were coming. And then these robots come in and start tending to Castrom's womb in his midsection, and he's surprised, but he's like, hey, don't worry, these robots are going to take care of you. Dina's like, I just don't get it. How'd you know we would need medical aid? How'd you know? Didn't you hear anything that was said? It was fate. Fate told me you guys were coming. Have a seat, sit down, eat, get your bellies full, empty out your bladder. It'll be all good. And just to further establish that he knew that they were coming, he gives them a meal that's personally tailored to them. Cor with this monk lunch, Castrum with this pizza, Rosa with human blood, and even Hope with orange slices and grapes, and Dina with her tailored meal. So they ponder how to get further away from this wizard. Should we split? Should we not? I mean, the wizard's daughter only wants Hope, so we should abandon her. And they're like, no, they come to the conclusion that they need to work together and keep moving together, but they don't know how to get far enough, fast enough away from this wizard that we call Teros Demond's daughter. And this guy's like, I know how to pick up the pace and take you far away from here. Now we still got to deal with the whereabouts of Rabbit, and we still got to deal with the whereabouts how this story is going to come to a conclusion. And I got to say, first of all, this book has amazing art. Second of all, I think Echolands issue number 4, it's a great executed chapter in this wildly entertaining journey that mixes so many different genre ideas together that it's almost like you just take a paintbrush, throw some paint on it, splash it on the canvas, and it comes out beautiful. And it just comes together. Quite simply put, Echolands continues to be brilliantly executed and an absolute must read and a fun read. Link in description, by the way, if you wish to add this comic book to your comic book collection. With that being said, Echolands issue number 4. What you guys think of the comic book? Comment below, let me know. And also, if you like the content we're throwing up, you know what to do. Don't be shy, don't be stingy. Here at Rated Comics, we do awesome comic book reviews, comic book related content with the occasional comic book giveaway. Thanks again for watching. Until next time.